Il me prend dans ses bras et me parle tout bas. Je vois la vie en rose. Il me dit des mots d'amour, des mots de tous les jours, et ça me fait quelque chose. Il est entré dans mon cœur une part de bonheur dont je connais la cause. C'est lui pour moi, moi pour lui dans la vie. Il me l'a dit, l'a juré pour la vie.
Hi.
Uy, thank you nga pala sa araw na to ah. Saka, thank you kasi lagi ka nandyan para sa akin. Thank you kasi lagi mo sasamahan. Saka, dadamayan mo pag may problema ako.
Oo naman, basta ikaw. Alam mo, matagal ko na tong iniisip eh. Matagal naman na tayo. Bakit hindi na lang natin dalhin sa next level yung relationship natin?
What do you mean next level?
Alam mo na yun?
Ano yun?
Yung you know,
You mean sex?
oo.
Seryoso ka ba? Handiri ka nga sa sinasabi mo?
Wait.
Kadiri ka. Akala ko, iba ka sa ibang mga lalaki. Ganyan kayo mga malalaki.
Wait.
Puro lang sex yung habol nyo. Akala ko ba
wait.
mahal mo ako? Akala ko,
Sorry, wait.
wag mo na akong lalapitan kahit kailan ha. Kadiri ka. Akala ko ba mahal mo ako?
Ang sakit. Hindi ko alam kung anong nangyari. Hindi ko alam kung bakit napunta sa ganung posisyon. Hindi ko alam. Hindi ko alam kung magkakabalikan pa kami. Hindi ko alam kung paano ko siya makukuha muli. Anong ginawa kong mali? Ano? Uy, Edward! Nangyari sa'yo? Bro! Sapat mo ha? Oo nga, nangyari sa'yo? Wala pre, iniwan ako. Sambal pa nga ako. Ow! Sakit! Bakit? Nangyari naman, bakit? Wala, niyaya ko sana eh, kaso wala. Gets. Alam mo yung mga babaeng yan, puro mga pakipot naman yan talaga eh. Pero sa bakit? Oo. Hindi bro, teka, meron kami alam na place. Madali lang. Kaya. Marami dun. Kaya na mas maganda. Sexy. Sa kanya. At di ka pa masasambal. Wala mo. Sana. Bakit? Anong kalukuhan yan? Makakalimutan mo sa gratis ko? Oo, kalimutan mo yung gratis yan. Maraming mas maganda doon. Mas madali pa, tara na. Sagot pa namin yung unang bote. Sige, ano? Wala na yun ha. Sama na. Tara na.
Ay, kayang-kaya yan. Go na yan. Six yan. Sige na. Sure na yan, sure. Yeah! Go na. Laki na.
Gladys! Gladys!
Can I consult you these results? Medyo hindi po kasi inintindihan eh.
Sige, so this is blood test, right?
Yes po.
So all of this you don't understand?
Karamihan ko dyan hindi ko talaga naiintindihan.
Yes, take a look.
Bakit po daw?
And what did you do? The test shows that you're HIV positive.
Huh? Paano na yan? Dok, ano na pong gagawin ko?
Okay, so stay calm para, as you may know, sige, wait, I'll just show you a slideshow, is that okay? Okay, so here.
Let's start this discussion by defining AIDS and HIV. AIDS is short for Acquired Immunodeficiency Syndrome. What is AIDS? A is for acquired. AIDS is not something you inherit from your parents. You acquire AIDS after birth. I is for immuno. Your body's immune system includes all the organs and cells that work to fight off infection or disease. D is for deficiency. You get AIDS when your immune system is deficient or isn't working the way it should. And lastly, S is for syndrome. A syndrome is a collection of symptoms and signs of disease. AIDS is a syndrome rather than a single disease because it is a complex illness with a wide range of complications and symptoms. On the other hand, HIV is short for the human immunodeficiency virus. Human, meaning it affects only humans and lives only in humans. HIV is the virus that can lead to AIDS. Unlike some other viruses, the human body can't get rid of HIV. That means once you have HIV, you have it for life. HIV affects specific cells of the immune system called T cells. Over time, HIV can destroy so many of these cells that the body can't fight off infections and disease. When this happens, HIV infection leads to AIDS. But where did HIV come from? Scientists identified a type of chimpanzee in West Africa as the source of HIV infection in humans. They believe that the chimpanzee version of the immunodeficiency virus, called SIV or the simian immunodeficiency virus, most likely was transmitted to humans and mutated into HIV. This is when humans hunted these chimpanzees for meat. Studies show that HIV may have jumped from apes to humans as far back as the late 1800s. Over decades, the virus slowly spread across Africa and later into other parts of the world. In 2013, global statistics show that adults and children estimated to be living with HIV totaled to 35 million. Here in the Philippines, the HIV and AIDS registry shows that there are 1,404 registered male cases, while there are only 73 registered female cases. As for the geographic distribution, cumulative data from 1984 to 2014 show that the bulk of cases are from NCR. HIV can't survive for very long outside of the body, so HIV can't be transmitted through routine daily activities such as using a toilet seat, sharing food utensils or drinking glasses, shaking hands, or through kissing. The virus can only be transmitted from person to person, so you can only get it through sexual contact, injection or drug use, pregnancy, childbirth, and breastfeeding, occupational exposure, and rarely, blood transfusion or organ transplant. It should be noted that anal sex is the highest risk sexual behavior. Receptive anal sex, or bottoming, is riskier than insertive anal sex, or topping. Vaginal sex is the second highest risk sexual behavior, and having multiple sex partners or having other sexually transmitted infections can increase the risk of infection through sex. So what should I do if I think I have HIV? First of all, getting an HIV test is the surest way to know if you have HIV, especially when the symptoms aren't yet manifesting in your physical body. You should get tested for HIV if you answer yes to any of the following questions. Have you had sex with someone who was HIV positive, or whose status you didn't know since your last HIV test? Have you injected drugs and shared equipment with others? Have you exchanged sex for drugs or money? Have you been diagnosed with or sought treatment for a sexually transmitted disease like syphilis? Have you been diagnosed with or sought treatment for hepatitis or tuberculosis? And lastly, have you had sex with someone who could answer yes to any of the above questions, or someone whose history you don't know? The symptoms of HIV vary depending on the individual and what stage of the disease you are in. For the first stage of HIV, it's called acute retroviral syndrome, ARS, or primary HIV infection. Within 2 to 4 weeks after exposure to HIV, many but not all people who are infected experience flu-like symptoms, often described as the worst flu ever. Many HIV-positive people do not have symptoms. They don't look or feel sick. Often, people only begin to feel sick when they progress towards AIDS. Then, we move to the clinical latency stage. After the early stage of HIV infection, the disease moves into this stage. Latency means a period where a virus is living or developing in a person without producing symptoms. During the clinical latency stage, People who are infected with HIV experience no HIV-related symptoms, or only mild ones. This stage is sometimes called a symptomatic HIV infection. Eventually, HIV may progress to AIDS. If you have HIV and you're not taking HIV medication, this is antiretroviral therapy, by the way, eventually the HIV virus will weaken your body's immune system. The onset of symptoms signals the transition from the clinical latency stage to AIDS. How do we treat HIV? Today there are 31 antiretroviral drugs to treat HIV infection. These treatments don't cure people of HIV or AIDS. Rather, they suppress the virus, even to undetectable levels, but they do not completely eliminate HIV from the body. By suppressing the amount of virus in the body, people infected with HIV can now lead longer and healthier lives. However, they can still transmit the virus and must continuously take antiretroviral drugs in order to maintain their health quality. Sadly, there is currently no cure for AIDS or HIV infection. However, there is hope and optimism around the possibility of a genuine cure for HIV being developed within the next few decades. The launch of a new strategy to develop a cure, involving scientists, policymakers, funders, and people living with HIV, marked an increased focus on the development of a cure in 2012 as a potential approach to curbing the HIV and AIDS epidemic. But why is developing a cure for HIV so difficult anyway? A cure for HIV must either 1. Remove every single one of the infected cells. This is known as a sterilizing cure or eradication. Or 2. Control HIV effectively by keeping the virus dormant after the discontinuation of treatment. This is known as a functional cure.
Okay, so in summary, you can live your life normally naman, and as long as you take precautionary measures, you'll be okay. So, do you have any other questions?
Dapat hindi ko yung ginawa. Maling-mali talaga. Ngayon, sirang-sira na yung buhay ko. Dapat pinakinggan ko yung sarili ko eh. Mali talaga. Uy, Ed! Uy, Ed! Parang di natin nabalitaan after that night ah. Ganun ka ba ka nag-enjoy? Bago, tinira mo buhay ko. Ano yung mo sabihin, Ed? Ano ba naman itong buhay na to? Iniwan na nga ako, nagkaroon pa ako ng HIV. Sino ba namang tao magmamahal sa akin? Sino ba namang tao magmamahal sa isang may HIV? Sino?
Ako! Ako!